It's the official NRL Fantasy Podcast.
Do we know who that is that says that
Oh, I believe I do.
intro? We should shout him out one of these shows. That's very good.
Yeah, it's good.
The official NRL Fantasy Podcast, as you've just heard, I'm Paulie G, Luke Seifleet, Andrew Molinaroli. Joining us on a Wednesday, recording on a Wednesday, a little bit different this week.
Old public holiday's thrown us, hasn't it, Paulie?
A few things.
It has thrown us.
But interesting, we're early. We're never early, right? But it goes to show it's not our fault. It's the team lists
It's the
that
team
cause
list,
it.
yeah. It's
Right?
everyone else's fault, not ours.
That's right. So we've got to talk not only fantasy, but there's Origin chat as
This
well.
could be a
It's gonna
first, I think.
interesting.
This is the first time I've ever gone before 4 o'clock.
Yeah, definitely the first.
Oh, it's first time for everything.
That's right. And what were your takeaways? Always love to ask the takeaways from the last round. Elongated round with the King's Birthday Monday game in there.
Well, no lead is safe. That's probably the first one. The second one is, I think what'll happen the next month or so is that people are really going to have to pull the handbrake on their trades.
Running out.
Not looking at anyone in particular, but
We're not getting new ones, I can assure
yeah,
you
well,
of that.
round
The
20
powers
round-
that be aren't gonna
round
be-
20, right?
Round 20, sure,
So-
but they're
so
not going
we've
to
got-
throw extras in. I mean, everything at the moment is, we saw the DPP list, it was by the book, there were no second chances, there was no, oh, maybe we can give it. It was like, no. And it's going to be the same with trades, so save them.
we've got five weeks of barren wasteland, basically.
I'd say so. I think if you're using any more than one or two this week, then you better make sure those guys are backing up each and every game from here on in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. Andrew, do you have anything other than Luke did touch on it, the poor old Manly loss in the last minute? I mean, great for Knights fans,
I
but
don't remember. What are you talking about?
That's right.
wasn't.
What? Yeah, it was a long time ago. Just don't doubt May, I guess. Always captaining May. That's my one takeaway.
Yeah. I thought maybe Cleary and...
Well, you were
cost
saying
me about 11.
you were saying Haas, but like, again, that wasn't
Cost about 10 or
that wasn't a
12.
bad shout, but just
Every point matters.
That's
Every
right.
point counts.
Yep.
Can really be the difference, especially in head-to-head leagues. Why don't we talk some Origin? It is Origin 2 around the corner. Queensland taking on New South Wales. It's over in Perth. That's exciting in its own right, Andrew, especially with the Bears, of course, coming in 2027.
Yeah, they always turn out the old Perth public. It should be good. It should be a big crowd. Only a couple of tickets left, so I think you should go out and get some if you can.
Do it now and
Do
never.
it now or never. But yeah, it should be awesome. Can't wait to see the Blues go 2-0 up.
Would you call it a rugby league heartland?
I think so.
Okay.
There's a lot of fans.
Heaps of fans.
Let's just poke away. It's good. I like it.
Luke, what did you think? Queensland made a few changes, including your man DCE out. What did you think of it?
I think they're doing what New South Wales usually do. They're panicking a little bit. And a bit like us with fantasy sometimes. Remember that certain Friday night?
Well, Luke Metcalf after round one.
A certain someone said someone had pulled their hammy and traded him out.
true.
It's a bit.
Yeah.
It's a bit. I think people just need to step back again, not to go all old man yells at cloud. But if your forwards don't go forward, doesn't matter who you got. They could have Jonathan Thurston there on game one. They're not going to win.
Yeah, it was
It all comes down to it.
strange.
My biggest gripe with coaches are a lot smarter than me. But for me, the only gripe I have with the team, how in the world
I know what you're going to
did
say.
Corey Horsburgh not make the
I
17?
knew you were going to say that. I don't know. Like, we play fantasy, so
Wow.
maybe we just watch him closer than
Wow, that's
just
just-
regular punters.
I do get it. I understand why. I think Trent Lear he's not an impact player, so he's going to hold the middle for 80 minutes. So and they need front rowers, and I don't know. I think it's an okay team. My hot take actually is if
Here we go.
if the Maroons get smoked, if they lose, I honestly think they'll bring in Sam Walker for game 3.
Oh, I don't think that's a hot take at all.
So he's
that's
earmarked.
not a
Sam
hot take.
Walker could be...
Because they'll be starting over.
They're starting over, so
Yeah.
Well,
Tom Dearden
He'll-
gets
he'll
one.
have-
He gets
he'll have-
one game at halfback.
He gets one game, does he? Before the next team's picked, is that right?
No, I'm saying Dearden will get one game at halfback.
Oh, you reckon I'll just put him back straight on the bench?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it's not about, again, he's a running through. Again, the question I'll ask about Queensland going forward when you do your preview show down the line, who's kicking the ball?
Yeah, well, Munster will have to do it.
Munster's going to, I tell you what, if there was Origin Fantasy, you'd have to
Yeah.
load up on Munster, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Maybe Harry Grant as well.
Oh, again,
bit out of
he'll never play that bad again. He was.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way his standards, it was.
100%.
And New South Wales replacing Mitch Barnett with Stefano Tukumanu and putting King to starter. What did we think of that?
No real surprises there. They're pretty settled, aren't they?
I would have liked Keon to get the shot personally. Again, maybe it's a fantasy Ben. He's been going so well.
I agree with you, but what I would have done is I would have gone foot on throat. I would have gone Keon for Hudson.
Oh, yeah.
Because with Liam Martin and Crichton there, you don't really need...
Yeah.
Hudson was playing in the middle.
Yeah.
Imagine Queensland with 20 to go and Keon comes on. They'd be like, what?
I think so, yeah.
They'd be like, what?
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't.
But anyway, that's...
get in.
But again, Daly's in the high chair
Yeah,
now, mate,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he can do whatever
Can't
he
go
wants. Can't go wrong.
He's got it. Yeah, I mean, he's got lots of options.
How did Queensland win, Andrew?
I mean, they've got to hold the forwards, right?
Right.
And
Well,
So it's just down to defence.
defence, but also like Harry Grant couldn't have played much worse by his standard.
Yeah.
And
Well, hookers are like halves. They can't play.
and it's not like
back of the.
it's not like they weren't fired up. Like Tino came out absolutely breathing fire. He's
Yeah,
just got to
yeah.
control that a little bit to try and contain
Yeah.
the Blues a little bit. But yeah,
So it's not even about him. I think you're right. It's about... See, Tino's got to be Tino, but not to rev up Andrew at all, but it was obviously clear that Trent's been given, like, again, I'm going to go old school here, but, like, remember Dallas Johnson?
Yeah, that's who he reminds me of.
That's what Trent's based... I reckon Trent's been told exactly what to do. First 25 minutes, you just tackle anything that breathes.
yeah.
But I just don't.
And hold till Carrigan comes on.
And that's what he's good at.
And then we'll go nuts. But if we're nil all after 25... we're in the game. Their biggest danger point is going to be in the first 25 minutes.
Losing
If
the
New
middle
South
ground.
Wales just go...
But
Yep.
Luke, they have a ready-made Dallas Johnson type play. His name's Reuben Cotter. Why are they wasting him on the edge?
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel bad for both.
Like they wouldn't need to do any of that.
Fantasy-wise, people are going Thermal are absolutely laughing. Like,
Yeah.
I am. But also I feel bad for him. He only played, what, 20 minutes or something? And
Yeah, well, it's Nico Hines all over again.
Yeah.
Play 5 minutes,
Maybe
lose, and
there's a
get dropped.
curveball an hour before. Maybe not. Who knows? But
Yeah, it's not gonna be
I
that big a
can't.
curveball.
I'd be absolutely stunned if Cotter plays 65 minutes on an edge again.
Yeah, it just takes away, it negates everything he's good at.
Yeah. So
But New South Wales, they've got to be happy with how they're going. Like you said, Laurie Daly, this is his redemption tour in a way. So
and they only
good
got
on
one,
him.
and they only got one injury between game 1 and game 2,
Yep.
which again we were worried about before. Who were we worried about? Payne Haas.
Yeah.
We were worried about Stephen Crichton.
Yeah.
Brian Tottle.
Yeah. He's another one now too.
Kiros has come into the squad, so he might take over. But yeah, good. I'll be interested to see what happens. I'll be looking at that bounce back.
I do think Queensland need a wet game.
And yeah, it might.
They need them. If
I'll be
they
lucky
get
if it rains over
if
there,
they
it
get a
doesn't rain
dry
much.
track, look out.
Make sure you get your questions in. We're going to answer some very, very soon, but why not do some previews first? Let's start with this one. Thursday night footy. It's the Sharks and the Dragons. It's the old-fashioned local derby. It's at Shark Park. It's going to be a beauty, and unfortunately for me, Kyle Iro will not be there. Andrew, I'm devastated. I think that's about the 4th or 5th player that I've brought in, and a week or two later, they've suffered long-term.
You are the Grim Reaper.
It's not going good.
Not going good for you, Paulie. I kind of steered clear from him all year, and I was looking at him last week and gave him one more week, and then
I'm sure someone brought him in.
I got lucky.
week.
I got lucky.
He
so
broke the NRL record that game too.
Yeah.
And he should have had 2 tries. He dropped one over the line.
Oh, don't get me started.
No, I'm just saying, but
No,
like, mate, he's been killing it. So it's just unlucky. You can't do anything about that.
No, you can't. And
I don't
then
get any luck.
other people, I think we've all now own AFB, don't we?
Yeah, I mean,
jumped on.
yeah, I jumped on since round 1.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're on now with you. So
Yep.
everyone will be eyeing him off. I think he was a popular trade in Target.
He did really well considering how dominated they really
Yeah,
were on the weekend. I was really surprised with
He's
it.
just a weapon.
Yeah.
And Cam McInnes, even though he had the HIA, he still pumped out a decent
Geez, that
score.
was-
So he's a good old.
Geez, they were disappointing.
But yeah, Nico Hines needs to stand up
This
in this
is-
game, so I expect he will.
Derby rivalry game.
Yeah.
This, I expect a big
then-
bounce back here.
And then Hiroti, if people are thinking, trying to find that Euro spot, he's done it before in that position, so
Yeah.
could be interesting. Damien Cook owners would have been Devo. He got moved to the centres. It was flashbacks of his Origin days.
Origin centre, Damien Cook, yeah.
But back at 9, need that. Toby Couchman on the edge. Andrew, are you worried that it's not quite going to put up the scores he was in the middle earlier in the year?
No, No, I think he'd be okay.
He's a weapon, mate.
Yeah, he's
a weapon.
He's a good kid.
If you don't own him, I think this week you go get him, right? Dual position.
Yeah, because what is he, around the 700s, isn't he?
I think a
So-
lot of people will
plays
be trading
15.
Haas this week. I've been hearing, getting a lot of messages from good players.
Some of us already did.
Initial CCs looking at trading Haas as well.
I had a dream.
So
Trade Haas.
Okay.
Trade Haas.
Is this the second time you've traded halves, Paulie?
This year, the first.
Okay,
I already did the Cleary run around.
that's all right.
dreaming about fantasy. You might
Talking
just-
about trades, and we should save them, but again,
That's right. You're dreaming about fantasy. You might just need to
You know, that's
cool
my
your
job.
jets a bit.
it's a long season, guys.
We're only in
is a
round
long
15,
season.
Paul.
Got some rounds to go.
Nate-
Got some rounds to go. Let's
Nathan-
hold them some trades.
Nathan Lawson, that was a bit of a bounce back to it. Both him and that's what King Tongia did, right? He had that good first game. Oh, get him in, and hasn't done much
Dolphins
since.
were white hot. Like they had no ball.
Bostock gave
You know
him
what? He
a
kept coming back though.
exactly
Like
right.
he
Could've
did
been
okay.
worse.
Yeah, all things
way worse.
all things considered, he actually did pretty well.
People got minus scores this
I'll be
year.
looping him.
So
I'll
let's,
be looping him in. He might play for me
let's
this
cut
week.
him some slack.
Titans v the Sea Eagles, Friday night footy. Both of these teams will be desperate for a win. Desi up against his old club. Jaden Campbell owners, I feel like they'll be pretty disappointed with that low score, so he needs a bounce back. But we know what he's done pretty much for the last 2 seasons. I'd be shocked if he gets another 40 or below.
Oof, really?
I'm saying it won't
Yeah,
happen,
okay, yeah.
right? Because
So,
because he's been really consistent.
Yeah. So, what do you think, Luke, as a fellow Manly fan here? With
If this was a home game for Manly, I'd be more worried because their record at 4 points is outstanding. I think it's actually better that they're away.
it's scary, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's terrifying.
To Paulie's point, if Campbell gets a 40 here, things would have to have gone drastically wrong. Because
Yeah, I
the thing-
can't see
the,
it.
the thing with him
He's
with
gotta
this
get a
year
good
is,
score.
even when they're not having the ball and they're not going that well, he's tackling quite a lot. His
Yeah,
tackles
that's
have
right.
gone up quite a bit. So
Kick
that's why when you look at his score, you go, how's he on 25 at half time?
Yeah.
they're
Doing a lot of
they're getting
kicking, yeah.
pumped.
Yeah, doing
Is
a lot
Kieran
of kicking.
Foran being back, is that a worry though?
I think so.
Is it affecting not getting the kick meter?
I don't think so. Kieran's not doing that much kicking, really.
I think Kieran's more just directing the.
Yeah.
He's more directing the runners, to be honest. But again, he could rev up for this one because he's playing his old mate for one of the last times.
Yeah.
So not to put my Manly hat on, but these games always, when these two teams play,
Anything
Yeah.
can
it's
happen.
always like a 36,
Yeah.
28.
If the
With a
Knights
late
didn't-
comeback.
Yeah.
If the Knights didn't have that comeback golden point win, I'd be with you a bit more. If Manly had come off the win, but now that they've lost, they'll probably be a bit more focused to not let this
Well,
one.
mate, look who's playing. Let's be fair.
And they've
Like,
still
look who's
got
playing.
Jake and DCE.
They're pretty
they
like,
would
they're
have
close
thought
to full strength. They should.
Turbo, Jake and DCE, and maybe even Ola would all have been playing when they looked at this when the draw came out late last year.
Yep.
And instead they're all for
playing.
Manly.
There's again.
Shame about Hopper.
Yeah, respectfully, there's just no. There's really.
Yeah.
Unless Titans, go absolutely bonkers, which they could, but you'd expect a good.
I think both of them all get a good
Yep.
score
Yep.
because he'll be fired up, right?
Fingers crossed, yep.
And Randall, Eric's man, could bounce back as well, and then even Cleese Haas.
even I'm pretty sure if you check Brimson's scores against them too, he goes well.
Yeah.
So if you've held on to Brimson
And
this
then
long,
would you bring in Turbo this week? He's
I'd-
very cheap.
yeah, he's very cheap.
I'd look at him. I picked him up a couple of weeks ago, and
got
then
a- he's
I
got
put the
a-
mocker on him.
This could be the week.
This could be the week. If he's
And
back to somewhat full strength fitness, I mean, it's Tommy. It's Tommy. Like,
If you were picking him up this week, Paulie, it's an absolute it's Indian.
Going for it.
It's like the leap of faith. Like you're literally stepping. You're either going to fall, or you're going to be like. It's just
do it. Do
Wait
it.
another week.
If you got the extra trades, sure.
Do it. Do it.
I can wait another week. 'cause
Nah,
I've got
do
the
it.
buy-
Do
the
it.
buy next.
That's right.
Do it.
Let's get to your questions, shall we? And got some good ones coming in.
How good's that graphic that's leaked, mate? Too, by the way. Look at all the good players on there.
Yeah, well, Ethan, he's playing out of his skin.
Jenkins, mate. Jenkins turned.
I hope people didn't sell him too soon,
Well,
but they probably did.
Jenkins got a 90. Anything's possible, kids.
Terry Evansing here giving Haas a shove for the next few weeks. He needs monster scores to hit his break even, and he misses a few of the games. So he misses, obviously, this week they're on bye anyway. He'll miss 18 because he's playing Origin, and he'll miss 20 because they've got another bye. I assume he backs up in 16, but that's hard coming from Perth on the Wednesday.
Depends on how well they're
They
going.
don't play to Sunday.
Yeah.
They are redlining him a lot.
I think they're going to keep redlining him.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
honestly,
all
that's
due,
what I think.
all due respect, they need to. They need to. He needs to play.
Well,
Can you just quickly check who do they play?
they play 2 o'clock on the following
playing the
Sunday against
Sharks?
the Sharks. So it's him v AFB.
I know. Like I'm so old school. I think you're getting a bit too cute, getting rid of like guns. You just save the trade. I don't know.
That's
I don't
why I
get
said before when we was talking before the questions. I knew a lot of people would ask this.
Well, my thing is, because I'm low on trades, I've done the opposite. I need as many green dots as possible, and he's not a green dot for
fair
me
enough.
for much. But I did it last week because he had the 94 break even, so I was like, I'll get ahead of it. Yeah, the dream helped me think about it, you know?
The dream.
And then it's like, yeah, that's a great idea.
There's your podcast title, Leak the Dream. There we go.
I'll get Payne Haas. I'll get rid
Payne
of
Haas coming
and I'll
to
have
you.
heaps of money.
Payne Haas came to me in my dreams.
Yeah.
I was hoping
Coming to the Maroons in a nightmare, guys.
Yeah, I was hoping Haas to AFB would net me a 0. I was hoping they'd cancel each other out, but Haas did beat him by 11.
Okay.
But still, for 11 points, I saved 30k. I feel like it was worth it.
But then it's 2 trades because you're going to have to get him back in.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't know if we answered his question though. Darth Trader, good day, gents. What's the update on Mamazelos' injury? Thinking about getting in Havili this week to cover 15 and 18. Thoughts on Curran and have Max King thinking straight swap. I like Curran, but I feel like it's a bit late now.
What did
Started to rise in
Curran
the
score
price.
last week?
55 on the edge, and now he'll play middle, and the predictor has him in the 60s.
I don't hate it.
39 break evens. There's still money to be made. He's a good player.
So he's
always been fantasy relevant.
He always has been. I don't hate
He's
it.
going to net what 50, 60k? Because Max King's 700, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think Curran will get to 700. I don't know if he gets much more. You might end up having to sell him.
Yeah,
at the end
Darth.
of Origin.
I think Paul is right with the second part. The first part, geez.
Yeah,
What's going on with Brandon Smith? Because it's not official yet, right? Everyone's saying that
I think he's.
What do you mean official?
it's not. I haven't seen it on the website.
As in what?
Brandon Smith still says he's playing for Roosters here.
Oh no, he's with
No. He's with South. He's with South.
Yeah, but is it official? Because
Yeah.
why has he still got a Roosters thing on in there?
Probably just hasn't done the headshot. He's a rubber though.
And surely we've got to be worried about Brandon Smith, because next week he could play for South.
Well, I think they're going to hold him for a couple of weeks. I think they're taking it slow with him. That's what I've heard anyway. I wouldn't be looking at him.
Yeah, it's. Mate,
I think the Randall shout is smart, although he doesn't play 18. And then there's your old teammate, or Manly's old guy, Carl Lawton,
yeah.
right? 56 predicted this week, playing hooker with no Robson. Will Robson back up in 16? Maybe not.
Maybe, yeah.
18.
Again, it depends on how
Cowboys
they're
play.
going. It depends on how they're
I'm just
going.
trying-
19, he might not back up there either.
Is your
I remember for
position?
your Duff. I did know there was a thing. Yeah. There.
Don Dubb thinks, like me, Lawton. I'd go Lawton over Avili. And his dual position.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even looked at Havili if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's going to be tough because they've got no one on the bench can cover it. South. Their bench is all forwards.
Well,
isn't it?
Jamie Humphries played dummy half.
Yeah, I know, but
Until
like
Cody Walker got injured.
that's what I mean. But Walker's in.
Havili just had to come back
I
on.
think I'm pretty sure Walker's out 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
What's Lewis Dodd doing?
That's all right.
Playing New South Wales Cup. It's me. I need help. Trade Tarpanay, Hosking, Tamale, Iongi to Preston, Colo, Turbo, Bostock.
Holy
And then
moly!
have 12 trades. I wouldn't be trading Tarpanay.
No, I'm keeping up Tarpanay.
The other 3 I'm fine.
Other 300%.
Yeah, I wonder who else you've got. Well, that's where your thing with Haas could come into, and then you don't need to go to Bostock because you have more
Yeah.
money. You can get another.
And you got so many trades too. It's me.
I like the first 3. I like the Preston, Colo, Turbo.
If you can stay above 12 and around 15, you're cooking. It's good.
I don't mind making 4 this week, but yeah.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
got
but
Bostock.
not Tarpon, eh?
Yeah, just do the Haas trick.
The
Have more money.
the other 3 I agree with, not Tarpon, eh?
And then instead of Bostock, you can get a better player like a Nitawaze.
I've got a feeling Joe's going to go big after the bye. Because they hadn't had a bye this whole time.
Yeah,
It's the
I
first
feel,
rest.
feels like Ricky's been kind of not managing him. Yeah. Like he scored a try against the
And everyone was blown up too big, but you got to remember too, Papa Lee got more minutes because of the...
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
The
Because
Tarps,
it was his time in the... It was his
Tarpanay
day.
always gets between 40 and 80. And if you're playing overall, you got Tarpanay's average, right? That's all you're worried about.
Yeah.
If you're playing head-to-head, I get it. Oh, Tarpanay let me down this week. Tarpanay scores between 40 and 80 or even 90 sometimes. That's
Yep.
how he goes. But at the end of the year, he'll be happy with his average.
Yep, like it.
More previews now. Let's go to the Knights and the Roosters game, Saturday 5:30, and Newcastle will be brimming with confidence with their come-from-behind win last round. Greg Marju back. Good to see him back. I held him all that time. Kai Pearce-Paul playing brilliantly. Dylan Lucas, he's looking a bit like Bruce Reid in the Fourth Man tapes.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
Sticky taped up, but he's still kicking along with
He's
it.
a tough
You
kid,
could have
mate.
said like Captain America or something.
Yeah, that's
all banged
better.
up.
He's
Yeah,
a tough
Captain
kid.
America.
Bruce Wayne, jeez. He's only like 50 kilos heavier.
Yeah, well, I like that Captain
He's a big
America one.
boy.
Well done. And then Captain Dane Gagai, he had a good game. I thought he might have got the call up.
Yeah,
Queensland.
okay. Well, if he
Jackson.
marks up against the back row every week, sure, let's go.
Jackson Hastings, it's been named. So that's
Good on him, perseverance, mate.
perseverance. Crossland at lock. Matt Arthur's going to get a shot.
Kai, well, yeah, the one, yeah. Shout out to Gagai, but also shout out Kai Pearce-Paul as well. He had a monster game,
Yeah.
especially with the news coming to your guys.
Still a pickup if
Happy
people,
with that?
Imagine if he plays this game, you own him, and then in a couple of weeks they announce actually he's going to go to West Tigers after all the Tigers buys.
Is this another dream?
I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, I was just saying,
It would be nice, is that all? Yeah.
if you own Pearce-Paul and suddenly he's playing in round 18 because he's playing for a different club, wow. I mean, it's happened before in fantasy land, hasn't it?
Yeah.
People have changed mid-season and you've
Yep.
benefited. The Roosters, I think
Shout
Teddy.
out Greggy as well.
Yeah.
And no front rowers in this game. They're all back rowers.
Yeah, so Greggy would do a lot of hit-ups.
Mate.
So if you
Could
own
be,
him
could be a
like me,
300-metre game from the great man.
Yeah, look,
I'm hoping for a big score and Fletcher
big,
Sharp.
yeah, I was going to say big fan of Sharp at
Oh,
fullback.
mate, he's awesome.
Would you consider captaining him? I mean, Colo's
Not against,
staring at your
no,
face.
Not against the Roosters.
Yeah, it'd be brave.
Brave.
Oh, it'd be more
He
than
gets
brave.
80s from time to time.
It'd
like
be
we
more
saw.
than but again, it's like the Queensland chat.
Brave
He's going
and brave.
to need some help. He can't just do it on his own.
So I like Teddy. If you don't own him, it's good
Beautiful.
to bring him
Yep.
in.
Yeah, got him. Yep.
Nwanga Ntawaze should go well. Hugo Savala survives with
Well-
Walker's return.
Shout out Preston. He called that.
Need a kick it.
I flicked Savala, but Preston said don't do it. He's gonna stay, and he was 100% right.
Yeah, the mail came out mid-round and I reversed my trade. I was lucky enough I could. So Savala is going to be very useful for me over
Yeah,
the next 5 weeks.
I kept him just by pure luck. I
Yeah.
had other fires to put out, but now I got him.
And Nafo White, some people would have held him.
Yep,
I know
well,
Cookie
yeah.
held him.
The only thing I worry about with Savala is obviously if you can somehow loop if you can, because you just don't know who's going to come in and out because of that
Yeah,
bench.
it's going to be tough. I'll be looping King Tongia
Yeah.
with Savala, but I don't expect King Tongia to get
I'm
a
just
good
saying
enough
with seeing it
score.
at 14, you just don't know what they're going to
But
do.
if King Tonga could get a 40 odd, I'd probably take it and leave Savala on my bench.
it could be a Humphrey situation.
But if
that's
King
all.
Tonga gets another 25, I'll just roll with Savala.
I mean, Roosters could roll through him too, and he could go large.
I'd be stunned if Roosters off the bye with a team with no front rowers.
Yeah,
Could be some hurt.
Nat Butcher potentially back.
Yeah,
Siwa Wong, White, Radley, just playing them all.
yeah.
Cowboys v the Dolphins, 7:35 game, and the Cowboys, well, they've got some guys who can put up fantasy scores. Scott Drinkwater, he's going to be a very popular trade in Target this week, Andrew.
He's captain, isn't he, this week?
Captain.
So yeah, he lead from the front, mate.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the Dolphins are looking very good, and that not.
Yeah,
missing-
I'm not worried about them playing away. I think they're favourites, surely.
Yeah, I'm just saying that. Yeah,
Yeah. Those injuries this week are brutal though.
Yeah, well, Max Plath.
Again, outside of Turbo, Gilbert's the one that I feel the most sorry for.
Yeah.
He just can't get any
Flegler
luck.
as well.
Him and seriously,
Safidi.
they can't buy any luck. Gilbert was literally going to be on the start. He was.
Yeah,
he
of
would,
course.
He would have been where Cotter is
Well, that would have changed
up until
everything.
that game before, and he.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Now he's out for the year.
He's a future captain of Queensland, mate.
I just hope he gets right.
Yeah. He's a good kid.
Ran over.
What are we doing with Purdue this week? Is it a looping situation if he can? Are you thinking it's a good matchup, he should do just fine? Will he move back to his favoured left side because Clifford's
It's a very good question.
I feel like on the left he's got more opportunity to score well, though we saw Sharp move to the right last week and go well, and they have a similar game style.
I'll be playing him. I think again.
It's a good game for him.
Yeah. This screams points, this game.
Screams points. That's why Carl Lawton's a good shout.
Yeah.
Jace Tamalolo's back. Will anyone risk him? Cohen Hess at prop. He could pop off some good scores over the next month or so.
Got to seriously look at the Cowboys players, don't we, because of the buys.
Yeah.
Drink water for mine's the most obvious because wing fullback's hard to fill over the next month.
And also, he just does everything. He does the kicking, does the goal kicking, sometimes he's just completely volatile, but a lot of the times you know something's going to happen with him.
I can go a Yongi because I sold Haas last week. I have enough money to go a Yongi to drink water.
That's beautiful.
So that's a great position to be in. And the Dolphins, I can't afford it, but Herbie Farnworth, I suppose, if I'd gone him instead of Vero those weeks ago.
That's unlucky, though.
He's going great, Herbie.
Yeah, Ken's been scoring tries, loves the work. Oh, yeah, I picked him up a couple of weeks ago, did not regret it.
No, he's out and out.
Yep.
Top flight centre.
Qatar as well.
Yeah, so that's one guy I did get.
Braining it.
Again, for the next few rounds especially, but he's a keeper for mine. Yeah. Both those guys.
Well, he's doing what Jamie Humphries did to start the year now, because not only is he doing all the kicking and he's doing all the playmaking, he's tackling a lot.
Yeah, he tackles a lot, but he's tough.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep. He's getting his running game on too, so
he's
such a threat.
Again, not to put my Jerry Johns hat on though, but like he's ceiling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Couple injuries in New South Wales, mate. He could be in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be definitely the two guys. Jeremy Marshall, King, people would look at, but I think with the round 18 bye, because you really want a hooker for 18. We might be a bit worried about Jazz. Will he get enough minutes? It's one guy we should have talked about in the Manly one, because people might start having to pivot for another.
Yeah, because of the minutes, right?
But Marshall King, even though he plays this one, doesn't play 18. That's why Lawton's a better
I'll put my
shout.
Moller's hat on for a second. If New South Wales win game 2 and Moses or Cleary are injured for game 3, does he play game 3?
Oh.
Qatar, no, Lua would. Lua would, I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I reckon he would.
I don't know.
I reckon he would.
Maybe it'll be Galvin.
Oh.
Jokes. Let's talk about the Souths and the Bulldogs, shall we? And of course, it is the Sunday afternoon game, and Latrell Mitchell out for Origin duties. Jai Gray comes in for him. Jaden Sullivan, Jamie Humphries pairing in the halves. We've still got Colin Matungi because he was only naming the extendeds for New South Wales. So if you don't have him, I don't know what you've been doing the last few weeks.
He's captain for me this week.
Yeah, he's a good captain shout.
Yeah, I had to bring him in. I had to.
Yep. He's doing too much. He's doing too much.
Doing too much. Yep.
Too good.
Yeah, he's too good.
He's just doing the Terrell May now. He's just staying on. So
staying on.
Staying on. So yeah, I think he's the most obvious captain to this week.
Even Talis Duncan's a potential pickup.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe, yeah. Good. Show me. Let's do it.
I'm just saying people are just trying to cover the bye period. And then the Bulldogs, Jacob Kiddos goes into Origin camp, so maybe you just have to wait till after the bye before you think about him. But it could be interesting again.
Even against the Eels too, like we were even saying, like, gee, he looks like he's limping out there. But the problem is he just works.
He just keeps going.
His offload's a killer.
Jacob Preston's finally back. I tell you what.
You've been waiting a long time, Paulie. Did you get rid of him straight away?
I had to get rid of him.
You had to get rid of him?
No.
But I might bring him back when I bring back Haas around that time, maybe. Maybe even earlier.
If you've got any trades left, mate.
My final trades.
Interesting game, this one.
Yeah.
Because again, the New South Bulldogs have kind of gotten the bad luck with the Burton 18th man too, so they can't have him.
Yeah, Kurt Mann's been named this time at least.
So they've lost a couple of key people. It's a big game for Reid.
Oh, lucky they
big
picked
game
up.
for Galvin.
And whenever Crichton doesn't play,
Yeah, that's right.
it's a big difference.
Yeah, lucky they picked up Galvin, Paulie?
Well,
And not,
it's
to put
got
you
to
on,
try.
and not to put you on the spot, but what's Carraz's difference between winger and centre, when his points wise? It's quite significant, isn't it? I thought it was. Look, we had a chat about this before. I think it was. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure it is. So
I'm going to give
That
him.
makes sense. I think
Usually centres score better than wingers on average, so I'm
No, I
going
think
to
with
say he
him-
might.
no, but him as a winger compared to a
Him and
centre.
Mark are the two that we
Yeah.
worry about when they play centre,
That's
even
right.
though that bucks the trend.
That's why I was
Says centres
bringing
go
it up.
better. Josh Curran, people brought up earlier, and shout out to Harry Hayes. He's going unreal.
Yeah, he's good. Good player.
Let's get to some questions, shall we? And got a lot to think about this round because only 13 count. only 13 counting next week. So you really want to get an idea of who's playing not only this week, but who's next week, who's round 18, who's round 19. We're running out of trades. If you're picking up guys like Drinkwater, who we know is going to play all 4, that's sort of the ideal situation to be in. Otherwise, you're looking at least 2 or 3 of those other weeks as well. Hosea says, if you chose between Kiddos or Farmworth, who are you going with? Luke, what's your thoughts? Kiddos is a little bit cheaper.
I love that display picture, by the way. Farmworth for me.
Yeah, same Farmworth.
Yeah. As much as I love Kraz is my favourite, but Farmworth purely for fantasy, yeah.
There you go. What to do with Lawson asks Wayne Torpo. Yeah, I mean, you just got to hold him. You can loop him, hopefully. That's what I'll be doing.
See how he goes this
opening
week.
game and see how he goes. If he can get, a 35 or 40, I might take it.
Yep.
Frank Spencer, Hugo Savala or Jamie Humphries, who's a better option for my third choice half? So I'm assuming you already own them both.
Yeah. Humphries this week. Especially
With no Latrell.
With no Cody either.
Well, Latrell has been doing all the kicking.
Yeah.
So since Jamie got back, he's barely fired a shot fantasy-wise.
It's a big game for him too, mate.
But now he'll have to do all the kicking. He could get another 60.
He's going to be goal kicking too.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah,
so it just changes everything.
I might disagree. I've got a good feeling about Savala this week. I don't know what it is.
That's fair.
Don't know what it is.
That's fair.
Ty C, 7 trades left. I've got 13 this round, so that's good. AFB and Jazz to Hughes and Alessia Kato next round. I mean, I don't know. I mean, AFB plays.
Can you do it without AFB, Tay?
I feel like AFB, you're just holding through this whole period.
I do think he's a massive shout next week.
A lot of people
He's bottomed out.
it.
They're going to start playing better.
Yeah, and he was like, there were signs last week.
As a Katoa and Fogarty owner, I might, because I can't play 3 halves, I might wait one more week to watch Hughes. But if Fogarty, this injury, is that going to be another issue because he didn't kick goals?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's what I'm saying.
Hughes could be
he's
good.
He's 5.
Oh, he's cheap as chips.
580, isn't he?
Cheap as chips, 576.
There you go. Easy.
So even if you watch one more, you'll still get him for roughly 600.
Yep. Easy.
Aaron Demopoulos, good to see you. Great to see the gang back in action. I've got Galvin in my draft team. Can he play 7 the rest of the season at the Dogs? What do you think, Andrew? I'm not too sure what's going to happen there.
I don't know. Again, Serrato's smarter than me. I don't see. I like Sexton at halfback. I do. I don't know.
I think he's just going to have them all. I think he's going to have them all out there.
Yeah. So maybe he comes on as a 13, or a 9. Yeah.
Marnie goes off. Sexton goes.
Yeah, I think Sexton's a 7.
Why can't he play the bench the rest of the year?
That's what I mean.
He's already signed there now. This is it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Probably
Sexton's
just
a
do the
half.
same thing.
Yeah.
He come on as a ball playing 13, mate. He can do anything.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to ask you guys about strategy because I'm getting worried. Round 18, round 19. Mm-hmm. You only need 13, but people are running out of trades. How are you going to manage it? Because when you look at your team that's running out today, I pretty much guarantee you, unless you've got a load of Cowboys, they're probably not playing in round 18. They're probably all on bye because it's just the way it sort of flips.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Paulie. My trades have been a bit all over the shop this year, so I haven't looked too far ahead, which is...
So you've just been saving them because you probably have to use 4 in 18 and another 4 in 9.
I went hard early, and then, now I've kind of eased up a little bit.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to have to...
So, Luke, if you've got less than 8 trades or less than 10, or less than 8 after this round, how do you maximise the trades you're making right now for those future games so you're not stuck with 7 or 8?
I've been talking to Cookie about it. Cookie's got this formulated plan. He's had it for a while, but a couple of injuries kind of threw him off.
Yeah.
So I think to your point, if you've got less than 10 and you've got 13 this week, or you've got 14 like you said, you either make one. The trade you make this week is not for your team this week.
Yeah.
It's for the...
That's what I think too.
If you've got 13, you've got, say, 10 trades.
Yeah.
You can use 2 this week, but don't worry, this week's a wash. You've got your 13 on. These are the trades you're going to have for the crunch round where everyone's going to...
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen, and I know people that watch this show are going to know about this, but a lot of people when they play that round, they'll go, oh my God, my rank's going up. How am I going up so quickly? Because so many people will not have the players and they won't have the numbers to bring the players in.
I don't think so. So I'm Couchman and Drinkwater are my trading targets this week because they'll play for me in 18 and 19.
And Couchman's not playing next week.
Yeah, but he's back for 18.
That's what I'm saying. So
and
that's why you
for
bring
19.
him in.
And next week I'll have May
Yeah.
and I'll have Tarpanay back.
Yeah.
So I don't because I only got to play 13. I don't need Couchman next week.
And again, does that make sense? Like, even if you've got 12 this week, I know it sounds crazy, but even if you've got 12 and you can make 2 and you're around 10, try and make the 2 this week with the guys you know are going to play 18.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, and your rank might. So like me last week, my rank went down from like 2 round to 6, but I was like round 3 or 4. But then I made it back up like by 1 or 2. So what I've got to do is you just almost got to alleviate, just get to that 20 and then go again.
I didn't hit the I could have made a mid-round trade and got to 1,000, but I knew it was more important to just hold the trade.
Well, see, that's because we're halfway through the season. I've already started looking to only trade in keepers and then just taking the hits.
I think so.
You know what I mean? So and then just keeping those trades for the inevitable injuries at the end of the year. So
after round 20, you're going to want guys like Yo, maybe Preston. You're going to want Connor Watson back. If you sold Haas or Cleary, you've got to find a way to get them back. You only get 8, right, in round 20. So, you need keepers now. That's why the AFB is probably, just hold him. Because he's a keeper. Hi, Lukey. If it's only 13, could I go Tarpanay to Couchman? I've only got 9 trades left. That's tough.
Well,
it's to you, mate. What do you think?
Not Tarpanay.
Yeah, not Tarpanay.
Not Tarpanay, Ruben.
Can't do it.
We'll talk to your Uncle DK about it. We'll see if we can get sorted out, get you an extra trade or something. But no, not all jokes aside, not
Tarps.
Not Tarpanay. Find someone else, buddy.
Look elsewhere.
That's right.
Who's a good cash cow? Asks Wayne Torpo. I want to bring up my man, West Tigers, Jerome Luai.
Well, it's not a bad shout. You're gonna have to, like you said before,
Latu.
You're gonna have to take a flyer on someone.
Latu Finu.
Yep.
Well, wouldn't Carl Lawton be a decent cash cow?
Yeah, we brought him up a bit on this show, but he is affordable. A 336 hooker edge. It's a nice duel.
Nice duel.
I reckon he's probably the guy that you target.
The only thing with him is when he plays big minutes. Again, it's like the poor old Turbo thing. He finds an injury.
You just want to get him through to round 20.
You watch him tackle this week. He'll literally have 20 tackles in the first 15 minutes. He tackles crazy.
Yeah. He just needs to get to round 20, and then you can, if he makes 150k, you move him on.
Fair enough.
He's filled you up. He plays every round.
Yep.
Unless he gets injured. Yeah.
No, it's a good shout. I don't mind it.
All right, good show. Thanks, Luke.
Thanks, Paulie.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Paulie. Rest up.
We'll be back on a Tuesday next week, 4 p.m. So if you're watching live, come back then. And if you're listening on the podcast, well, that's where we'll be each and every week as we do this. Stay tuned to NRL.com for all things NRL fantasy related, and we will see you next week. Bye for now.